Okay, so this is the first time I have loaded medium format film into a camera in about 15 years, so I figured I'd do a video of it. This is my Uncle Tom's Hasselblad 500 cm. Beautiful camera. I'm going to show you all more how it works a little bit later in future videos, but just wanted to go over how to install the film. So first of all, we take off the film back, also known as film magazine, and that is the actual size of the film. It's 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters, or 2 1/4 inches by 2 1/4 inches square. Take the dark slide out, and again, I will explain what all that is. There's no film in there. I'll explain all that a little bit later. So here's the film. It is a roll of 12 exposures for this camera. It could be 16 exposures on a different, using a different film magazine, but for this one, it's going to end up as 12 shots, only 12 photos. So, took off the adhesive band that was around it that was holding it nice and light, tight like that. I'm not sure why the camera's overexposing so much, but sorry, the video camera. But we've got, right here is the insert, and we have a take-up spool, which goes right on there. And then this is the spool that the film is on. So that's going to go into this thing. Pop that out and put that right in there. Fits on there, a little fiddly. Move it around until it's all snapped in. And then we're going to pull this, what's called the backing paper, out, and we have to make sure that this little clip right here, which you can see right there, see how it opens and closes a little bit there? Gotta make sure it's in the open position so that I can slide this film underneath that clip. Actually slide the backing paper underneath that clip. And then flip it over. We're gonna use this take-up spool to take up the slack here. Put it right into there and start spinning it. Make sure it's lined up nice and straight, and give it a hand for the first few cranks. And you can see it's being pulled. As I spin it, it's being pulled from this side. And right now this is not film, this is just a backing paper, so we're safe to have it out in open, bright light. Then this whole thing goes back into the magazine, the shell of the magazine. Pop that down. You're going to put this dark slide back in so that when we pull the film the rest of the way through to the first exposure, we have it covered, and so it can't get exposed to light by using that dark slide. So then, on the back here, we can pop this open. This is where we label the film. We can set it to whatever ISO. It's not electronic or anything, it just is a reminder for us so that we know what film speed this is, and I have it set to 400 already, which is what the film speed is on this Kodak Tri-X 400. So I'm going to pull this little lever out here, and if I can, there's awful, there we go. And as I pull it forward, the film actually starts to move, the backing, and the paper backing starts to move, and the film is on its way into the position to be ready to shoot the first image. So I'm going to actually look at the back of this just so I'm sure what I'm doing here. And it looks like it's moving. And I keep moving it. There's markings on the back of this paper that tell me there's the number 1 right there. So I'll pop that closed again. And once we get that done, I turn this backwards, the same thing that I was just using to advance the film. Turn it backwards, and I don't know if you can see right there, but this changes to the number 1. So that tells you that we're on the first shot right now. And as I shoot, that will advance. I'll crank this crank right here, the film advance lever, after each shot, and this will change to number 2, number 3, all the way up to number 12. And once it hits 12, I won't be able to press the shutter button anymore, and I'll know that it's done and I'm all out of film. So I have to take it all out, take the film back out of the magazine and wrap it up. First I wind it just to make sure that that outer backing paper is covering the very end of the film, and then take it all out of this magazine the same way we put it in, and then I'll have a roll of exposed film. And that's it. And I can't wait to shoot with this camera, type of camera I have not shot with, again, in about 15 years. And so look out for some photos later. All right, bye.